All right, Dylan back with GoldPaydirtReviews.com. Today I'm going to be doing Alaska Gold Diggin Partners. It's an eBay seller. They also have a website, but I just went to go check and the website was down. I don't know if that's permanent or if it was just something that's, problems today or whatnot. So, okay, a couple things about this seller. I purchased this off of eBay. It's $25.50 for 5-pound bags. I just checked the price. They're still doing it at that price, $25.50. Now, I bought this last month, and it's 5 pounds, like I said, for $25.50. It's supposed to be unsearched with guaranteed gold. What I received was, I believe, I don't have my scale, but I think it was 13 ounces short of 5 pounds. And that's with the bag, which, I don't mind if the bag's part of the weight, but I emailed the seller to let them know that the bag was short. It wasn't a full 5 pounds. And they said at the post office had told them it weighed the correct amount, but, the day I purchased it at night. They printed the label at night through eBay, so there was no post office involved. So, I wasn't too happy about that. They did ask me if I wanted the difference sent to me, and I told them they could do whatever they wanted, whatever they felt was right. But my adage is, and this is, I'll talk about that in a second. And they immediately replied. It was a young lady. She replied and said she was sorry that they would send it out. Now, that was about 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't received anything. I've emailed them twice since then, asking me if they had sent the Paydirt out, because that's why I've been waiting on the review, because I didn't want to review 4 pounds if I got another pound coming, and, not be an honest review if a pound of it was missing. Well, I never heard back from them, so I'm doing the review. And I'm going to say this seems to be a really common occurrence for sellers nowadays, where they think it's okay if they say they're going to send you 5 pounds, they send you 4 pounds, and they say, what's the difference? The gold's the exact same amount, but it's not. If you go to the grocery store and you order $5 worth of bologna, which is $1 a pound, so you're expecting to get 5 pounds of bologna for $5, and they give you 4 pounds and charge you $5, you're not going to be happy. Even if they tell you, oh, it's the same tasting bologna, doesn't matter. I want what I pay for. I don't care if this was guaranteed to have exactly 1 gram. I don't care if I purchased 10 pounds or 1 pound. I want what you told me I was going to get. That's just me. I think it's dishonest. And it seems to be, like I said, a common occurrence nowadays. I've recently purchased some gem Paydirt for my son, who's really big into gems, I've said before. And it was supposed to be minimum 15 pounds to 20 pounds. I received 13 pounds, which was 2 pounds under the minimum. I mean, I don't understand where people are just like, oh, well, what's the difference? I just don't understand what the world's coming to. If you say you're selling something by the pound, if you just want to say, hey, a bag full of Paydirt, say a bag full of Paydirt. Don't tell the size and see how many people you don't get. People buy a lot of Paydirt based on the size. They'll say, hey, I want to do 5 pounds. I want to test 5 pounds. I want to do an 8-ounce concentrate or something like that. So, anyway, so to start off, I'm not too happy with this seller. I don't know how it's going to work out with gold-wise or anything else. But to start in a bad mood from a seller is never a good thing. They could have made this right really quickly. She argued with me a couple times about, the weight on it. And I sent her pictures. I immediately sent her pictures when I got it in, and it's still sealed. It's still all taped. I haven't opened it. It wasn't leaking or anything like that. So, I don't know what to say. They wanted to argue with me, and then when I gave it up to them what to do, they offered to send me the replacement. I didn't ask for it. I just told them to do whatever was right. But once you say, I'm going to send you something, send it to me. I'd have been happy. Then I would have come into today happy, showing you 2 bags and say, this, they made it right. But instead, now I'm a grumpy person, and I'm going to pan this out, and hopefully it'll make me feel better about it, but, we'll never know. Now on to another issue with this seller. They had a website, and again, like I said, Alaskan Diggin Partners .com was their website, and I went to go see it when it's down, but the prices on the website were really different than the price that they have on eBay, which is Alaskan _ Gold Diggin _ Partners. I have the link on my website, but their on their website, the prices were almost doubled for the exact same description, no difference in anything, and it was, you know, so I didn't understand that. I was going to mention it in my videos, but now that their site's down, I don't know. So, you know, if I would check both. I'll put links to both on my website for a while, and if, you know, if their site stays down, I'll take it off and just buy from them from eBay. But I would check their prices on both to see who's the cheapest. So, well, before I'm going to get into this, I'm going to go screen this down. I'm going to try to make this video a little quick, even though I just went on my giant tirade, because it is cold. It's 30 degrees in my shed. And, you know, I'm going to have my hands in some cold water. So, you know, but I wanted to pan today. I've been having a rough week. You know, Christmas is coming and stuff like that. So I'm going to go strain my, screen out all this pay dirt, and I'll be right back and show you what I got. All right. All right, so finished screening everything out, and as you can see, I had to screen it in the water. This stuff was wet. A month of sitting in my house, and the pay dirt was still wet. So not only was the bag light, but it was light wet. So, you know, I'm really not too happy with this seller so far. It's still, you know, I don't like screening it out when it's wet. It's a pain in the butt. It's messy. And this, when I just went back today to look at their eBay account, to just when I was checking the price and everything, and to check to see if they'd emailed me back. I noticed they had 2 reviews. And it was product reviews. It wasn't a feedback review. And one of the reviews had said that the pay dirt smelled like gas. And it smells heavy. It smells like diesel fuel, but it took me a while to get but it smells really heavy of degreaser. So I don't know where this stuff is from, but it is nasty. It turned my water, my gloves were so gray, I had to put on a new pair. The water turned this gray foam. So you know, I don't know. It's some weird pay dirt right now. I'm gonna pan it out and see. I guess I'll do as usual. I mean, as you can see, you know, I didn't talk about this, but you know, a small amount in the over 10, the under 10 and over 20, and the under 20 over 30 are about the same amount. But the majority of this is under 30. So it's going to take a long time to pan this out. This video is going to probably be a couple days late. I had originally planned, I had bought this bag of pay dirt because I wanted a big bag, a 5-pound bag from somebody to test a piece of equipment out with. I wanted to run it through my nugget bucket and then also run it through a couple of different things like a banjo pan and some other things to compare it. But this stuff with the smell on it, I mean, it's really, really bad. And I don't know if it's degreaser or if it is diesel or something. I mean, it really smells heavily of degreaser. That's what it smells like. But I don't want to mess up my equipment. So I'm going to pan it, and we'll just live with it as that. So I'm going to be back. I'm going to go see what's in the over 10 and the under 10 over 20 and see if I can't find some gold. At least it'll make it well worth being short if I find a lot of gold. So I'll be right back. Alright, so back, panned out the over 10, and as I guessed, there was nothing, some junk. But the under 10 over 20 actually was pretty surprising. A fairly decent amount of gold. And that put me in a lot better mood. You know, to start, I wasn't too happy with this seller. But, you know, one thing that will make me happy is gold. And there's a nice little bit of gold there. I don't know how much it'll weigh out. I don't know if it'll help the Roy. What I do know is it made me a lot happier about panning this stuff out. So I'm going to be back in a second. I'm going to go pan out the under 20 over 30. And see what I get. And if you see smoke in the video, that's my breath, because it's 30 degrees in my shed right now, so it's a tad bit cold. So I'm going to switch up pretty soon to just doing a lot of some equipment reviews where I can be inside more. So But I'll be right back. Let me go pan out this under 20 over 30 and see what I get out of it. And hopefully it's got some gold in it as well. So I'll be right back. Alright, so finished panning out the under 20 over 30. And as you can see, a lot of gold. I mean, a lot of gold. I'm really impressed with the amount of gold. You know, as many problems as I have with this seller. The last one, the under 20, the over 20, the under 10 over 20. I did 2 tablespoons at a time, and every single pan had gold in it. This one I did 1 tablespoon at a time, and again, every single one had a little bit of gold in it. In fact, a lot of gold, as you can see. So, you know, I love gold, and it's making this a lot better. So, and I'm a lot happier. But then it makes you wonder, you know, if I had that extra pound of pay dirt, would it have been better? So, I'm going to go and pan out the under 30. And I mean, that's going to take me a while because there's a lot of it. And once I'm done with that, I'll come back, show you my last final results, and give you my last thoughts about this seller and the pay dirt. And let me go get my magnet and see. Sorry about that. Just want to see if it's it's kind of wet. There's not a lot. I didn't see a lot of black sands in this. So, I mean, it's a little hard to do when it's wet. But, you know, all the other stuff was really easy to pan out. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of black sands in the other ones. So I'm hoping this is easy to pan out. If not, there's a lot of it, and it's going to be a big pain in the butt. But if there's as much gold as in the other ones, it'll be worth it. So I'll be back in a little bit. And final thoughts. Final gold. Alright. Finished panning out the under 30. And I did find gold. Not a ton. I probably found about 1 piece and maybe 2 pieces in each tablespoon. As you can see. And the owner's ears must have been burning because, of course, this is the next day. Yesterday, it was just too cold. I didn't want to finish up the under 30. So today I decided to finish up, and I had an email from her saying that she had to check, but they were out of town for a week, which I'm not buying because they were still selling for the last week. So it doesn't make sense that you'd sell and aggravate even more customers but not be able to ship. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe she'll ship me a pay dirt, maybe not. I'll update my blog if I do on the website. So, again, over 10, nothing. The under 10, I found the under 10 over 20, I found a decent amount. And I found a lot in the under 20 over 30. You know, I was really happy with that. And yeah, I still did find some in the under 30. Not a lot, but, you know, enough to make it exciting. And it was fun pay dirt. You know, I'll admit, it was fun pay dirt. I mean, it had its drawbacks. It really stunk. And even today, I mean, it sat out. You know, the over 30 sat out all night. And it did freeze. I had to microwave it this morning so I could pan it. And it still stunk. Like, whatever it is, the degreaser or whatever it is that they have in this. I don't know, but I'll have to find out. I'm going to try and have my next review up on the 1st as usual. I don't know, though. I have to move my operation inside. It's just so cold outside in my shed. While I was panning this, just sitting out here, the water that I had in these pans froze. I had to go add some more water to thaw it out. So, but again, here's what I got in the... Make sure you can get a view of that. That's what I got out of the under 30. So, again, this is the over 30, under 20. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure you don't get a shadow on it. But, and here was the over 10. Light. And as you can see, I did move the camera up higher the other day just so you could see all 4 pans at once, try and get a little bit better camera angle. So, well, you know, like again, you know, I don't know what the Roy's going to be. The Paydirt was kind of fun. Customer service was horrible. The weight of the bag was horrible. So I don't know. I'm up in the air in this seller. I probably won't buy from them again, even if the Roy is pretty good, just because of all the problems. And the smell was really bad. It really just turned the water horrible. I don't even know where I'm going to dump the water. I'd be worried about dumping it just in my garden. Might kill everything. So, I don't know. You'll see. And I'll be back on the 1st with another review. I'm still trying to get some equipment reviews. It's just so cold. I got to find a place to do them. So, till my next video, thanks a lot. Keep watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Check out my blog to find the final results and my final thoughts on this Paydirt. Thanks.